Finally, after months and months and months of delays, the Jada toys Blanka and Sagat from Street Fighter 2 have finally arrived for me, and I couldn't be more excited. These guys have been two figures of characters I've always wanted, even though I'm seriously not a Street Fighter guy. I'm a Mortal Kombat guy through and through, but this Jada line has pulled me into the toys, at least this line specifically. Real quick as it pertains to that, I love the shade that Jada threw at Storm, because Storm finally made an actual 1/12 line doing the Street Fighter Alpha or whatever it is, and they did their version of Ryu, who has got a more tapered waist, and people are like, oh, this is like the best Ryu ever, and then Jada just goes, okay, bet. And they showed at San Diego Comic-Con their new Ryu from that same game. And I think that's just awesome. This is what we need. We need companies fighting each other for our money. And so far, Jada's winning that fight. Storm used to be my boys, but they dropped Mortal Kombat. They don't have the license. And now I'm waiting on McFarlane to give them, and I'm not overly happy that McFarlane has it. Anyway, that's going off on a tangent. Back to these figures at hand. I've always wanted a Blanka, I've always wanted a Sagat. I haven't ever managed to get them, either in the Figure Arts or the old Soda Toys line, but I'm very happy to have these and not have to spend the money that I would have had to spend to get the Storm Collectibles versions. Anyway, without further ado, let's pop them open and review them. Before I get started on the review, I just wanted y'all to see how many of these freaking things I had to cut off to get him out of there. It's been so long since I got a Jada figure, I forgot how many of these they do. Anyway, okay, this is about as fresh out of the package as I could possibly get him. You can already tell he pretty much dwarfs everybody else. A big boy. Admittedly, he's about to be immediately outshined by Sagat in height, but still, quite impressive. Real quick on the accessories, doesn't come with a whole lot, but more than enough. He's got his electrical effects, which are very nicely done. Yellow at the bottom, go up to clear at the top. Very nice. He's got his extra set of hands, which are his somewhat open clawed hands. Not too shabby. And his alternate mouth open head. I don't know if mine's defective or if it's supposed to look like that. His jaw is kind of going at an angle there, so I'm not entirely sure. And very, 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 very flexible hair. Alright, figure himself. Quite like the detail. I definitely prefer the open mouth head to this one. I mean, this one is nice. Does look good. Once again, very pliable hair. Really digging the green and the orange and painted details throughout. Very nice, I think. Right, moving on to articulation. Got the double ball peg here, double joint there. You can look all the freaking way up. Just look at how far up this guy can look with hair. With hair. That's just insane. That's why I love these guys. These guys are really trying. There he is. Chin. Plenty of attitude. Let's see. He does have butterflies, as most of the figures in this line seem to. So that far forward, that far backward. And goes 90 up with the shoulder there. Of course, all the way around, full 360. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Very nice. We got a swivel and hinge at the wrist there. For the diaphragm, he goes, well, let's see, not very far backward. Ooh, a good bit more forward. That's not too bad. And side to side. Just a hair that he doesn't really seem to want to stay. And then we've got the ball at the waist, which is the way you should do it. That's just the way you need to be doing it. So nice. Got the very pliable, whatever that's called. My brain today. You can kick up way far, kick backward a little bit. Diaper, that's what it is. Anyway, and full-blown splits. Big-ass figure, full-blown splits. Ridiculous how good that is. No drop down, which is good. I prefer it not to. We do have rotation up here underneath the shorts where it should be. And double jointed knees. He can, well, can he? Sort of, but you have to kind of push it in to kick his own butt. And he does have rotation there at the shin that can be somewhat covered up by the shackles, which can't really come off. Kicks forward much, not as much up, and does have ankle pivot. Overall, excellent figure. I want to go ahead and put the other head on there. Let's see how that looks. Ah, yes. Yeah, that's probably the face I'm going to leave on him. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. And finally, Sagat, the original Big Bad, from what I understand from the original Street Fighter. He just looks more badass for Street Fighter 2. Okay, real quick over his accessories. We have this stand, which I'm pretty sure is the usual stand that these guys come with whenever they have an effect piece. Here is said effect piece for him, a fireball of some sort. It just ports right in there, maybe, if my fingers and everything else will cooperate. Yep, that's just about perfect height, I would say. That to the side. Alternate angry head. Angry Sagat. See, it's even got his head scar on this sculpt. Not too shabbily done there. And his alternate fighting hands. Nicely done there. Okay. The big man himself. And I mean big man. Jeez, look at how tall he is compared to everybody else. Wow. Massive dude. Jeez. Like head and a half taller than basically everybody else. Big boy. Love it. I've always wanted Sagat, well, as well as the Blanka there, but I've always wanted Sagat. I don't know what it is. I guess just giant characters that are cyclopean. Just think that's a cool look. Alright, into the details real quick. Love the scar going down his chest, and if you pull that back, it goes even there and there a little bit, so that's nicely done. They've got the scar on his neck and on his head, though the scar on his neck is just painted on, it's not sculpted at all. So that's a little bit of a letdown. I guess you could say it's a letdown. Doesn't bother me terribly. That's his back. Sides. Overall, very, very pleased with the aesthetics. Let's see. He can look up about yay high. Can look down all the way, completely bury his chin. He can look down on all of these guys. Love it. And that way. Very nice. And let's see. Butterflies as usual, so go in about yay far. Go back yay far. And 90 degrees there. About bicep swivel there. Of course, again, always 360 at the shoulder. Already got him scuffed. Yeah, that kind of sucks. How did that happen? Guess he came out of the box like that. Anyway, double jointed elbow, buttery smooth, love it. No twist there, that's fine. We got a swivel and hinge, though it's a little there. It goes up, now it's moving. Swivel hinge at the wrist. And diaphragm. I don't think you could ask for it to go too much further back than that. And it keeps the sculpt. That's awesome. And forward. Nice, nice. And side to side. Nice. Right, come on. With the there and there, you can go. I mean, do you really want him to go any further back than that? And forward. That's just awesome. And side to side. That's just fantastic. He can kick that far forward. Tiny, tiny bit back. Giant guy, full-blown splits. Ridiculous. Love it. Okay, and cut up there in the shorts where it's supposed to be. And double jointed knees. Yeah, I'm not going to try to force him to kick his own butt. That's my bird. If I haven't mentioned it this video yet, she will not shut up today. And he does have a twist at the top of that because brilliant. And let's see. That far down, about that far up, and the ankle pivot, and I'm sure you've noticed it already, but for the first time in the Jada Street Fighter line, toe hinge. Any other line, I would just about, not care about there being a toe hinge, but Street Fighter, your fighting games in particular, that's one where they do need to have a toe hinge for those extra fighting poses. But yeah, as you can tell, I am extremely, extremely happy with this figure. Love it. As you may have been able to tell over my review of these two figures, I am beyond excited and very happy. These two have not disappointed in the slightest. Overall rating, 9 million out of 10. They're just gorgeous. This line is fantastic. I haven't been this excited and this happy with a line of action figures in I don't know how long. Like this is just great. And like I said at the beginning, I'm not even a Street Fighter guy. I hope that somehow Jada is able to get the Mortal Kombat line. That would be my dream come true. That would be amazing. I hope currently that they finish out the Street Fighter 2 roster. I'm not entirely sure who all's left. I know that they've got Zangief, and I'm not even going to try to remember the other couple of characters' names because I cannot at this moment. But I hope they're able to finish out the roster. This is just an amazing line. If you see them in the stores anywhere, grab them if you don't already have them. I mean, I don't know what else to say. These figures are awesome. They're reasonably priced. I mean, these guys have gone up to 35, but I'd have paid 35 for them. I paid 30, but I paid 35, maybe even 40 for these. The big guys at least. The other guys, I'd probably have to call it at 30. Not that they're not amazing, but money, pocketbook. Again, I don't know what else to say. They're gorgeous figures. They're beautifully articulated. They're just getting better as they go. I wish Jada all the best. Fantastic figures. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.